career options after graduation. So this is something that is mostly asked by many of my subscribers, and even get some DMs to suggest the better career option. But it is not something which is a common thing, because some people will find doing masters or MTech fancy thing, and some people will directly jump into job and they feel like it is okay for them. So it is different for different people. So I don't want to normalize, but all the different career options after graduation. So if you are an engineering student, or you are a first year, second year, third year, or final year, or a degree, a 3-year degree, let's take it. The first thing is whether I want to go for a job or masters, or you might see people, like many people are going to US to pursue their masters. So can I also do that? So I will cover all those things. The first career option that I am going to talk is MTech or MS. So if you are worried about whether MTech or MS is suitable for me or not, then listen to me. So MTech, first of all, if you want to pursue MTech in India, so I advise when to do and how to do, how to pick the colleges and all. I will cover them. First thing, if you are like telling yourself that I want to do MTech, but when to do MTech? The first thing, if you fail to get a good job in your engineering, that's the first thing. Because if you fail to get a job, you need to get a high paying job, but you don't know how to do that, then MTech is one of the highly chosen option by many of the students, because they feel like if I get a good seat in a good college, then ultimately I will get a good placement. This is the assumption that many have. Or the other thing is, like if you want to go towards teaching side, you want to become a lecturer in an engineering college, then having MTech is mandatory. So that is other case. And the third scenario is like if you want to do your PhD or doctorate, then ultimately you need an MTech. Most cases you need that. So these are the three different ways why people choose MTech. So I advise, like, choosing MTech is not a bad option, or I cannot say it's the best option, but how to choose. First thing, in India, doing MTech in IITs and NITs are worthy, but don't do that in normal college. It will be of no use. So before that, like, you can get into an IT company. It is easy to get into an IT company in India, especially if it's a service-based company. Then ultimately, 2 years of experience is more valuable than pursuing an MTech in a local college. So avoid that. If you want to pursue MTech, then only choose colleges which are IITs or NITs. So for that, you need to crack GATE exam and you need to get a good rank there. So, and if you want to crack GATE, like, you need to be good in your academics, whatever the branch that you're. If you're from computer science background, you need to be good at multiple subjects like operating systems, computer networks, computer organization. There is this DLE, and there are many other subjects out there. Even programming knowledge is needed, compiler design. There are many subjects out there. You need to be a good, I can say, academic guy. Like, you need to score good marks in your college, and you need to be well versed with all your academics. Then only you can crack GATE. So if you're that kind of student, then it is advisable for you to go and I can say pursue MTech. And if not, like, if you feel like you are just an average or below average student, then you don't need to do that. It's a 2 years waste of time. Else, like, you can try to find a job and get skilled in that. So that's the best thing. Another thing is MS. So nowadays we are witnessing many people are choosing MS as their primary option, because they feel um, like they're experiencing FOMO, like fear of missing out opportunities. Like, everyone is going, so that I also need to go. So this is the mindset of many of the people, and this is, I cannot say like this is the best or even this is the worst, because especially if you're a middle class, if you're coming from middle class background or poor background, I advise, don't risk. Because if you feel like you're talented, then it's okay to take a loan and pursue your MS, so that you can get a job, high paying job, so that you can clear off all the debts and you can start earning more. But if that's not the case, if you feel like you are not really intelligent, if you're not really talented, then anything is same for you, right? If you borrow loan, and if you fail to get a job after your MS course completion, then again, like, you need to apply for another masters to extend your visa. If you still fail to get that, you need to run after consultancies, so that they can offer you some job, so that you can extend your visa. There will be many problems associated with MS. Not that every student who pursue their masters will get in high paying job, or their life will get settled. No, it's not the case. You also need to face many problems during that. So I advise, if you believe that you're confident on yourself, then it's okay to pursue your masters. But If not the case, please avoid pursuing that by borrowing. Like, you need to send back money to your home again, you need to clear off your debts. There is a lot of process. And if you can try hard, like, you can also get the same career here. It's not that only people who pursue masters in US will get good career. Of course, if you're really skilled, the sky is the limit for you to earn good salaries in US than India. But if not the case, then again, like, anywhere, like, it is same for you, it will be same for you. And also the other thing is, like, don't just pursue it because others are pursuing. If you have a clear vision in your mind, then it's fine. Otherwise, I strongly suggest to avoid that. Also, the things will not look same like how it is currently, because many people are going to US. Like, even this year, around 1 lakh visas was given to Indian students. So if there were more supply of Indian students, then ultimately there might be some decrease or some drop in the, I can say, jobs that they will offer to Indian students, mostly by product companies like Amazon or Microsoft. So it's not the case that you go to MS and pursue a course and get a job. It's not the case. You need to work hard even in US now, especially now. So avoid FOMO. Like, if you're really passionate about pursuing your masters in US and to get a job, and if you feel like you are underpaid in India, then it's fine to go to US. But if not the case, if you're not confident on yourself, don't risk just because others are going. This is a strong suggestion that I want to give. Other option is, people majorly pursue is MBA. So when to do MBA and where to do MBA? So there were multiple reasons why you need to pursue MBA. The first thing, you're not satisfied with your current stream. Like, if you're pursuing computer science, you're not satisfied, you don't want to get into an IT company and do this development job or other stuff, but you feel like you're good in communication skills, presentation skills, and management skills. You feel like you are somewhat an oral person, you can easily network with people, so that is your mindset. But you're not really passionate about the current stream that you're studying, then MBA is a good option for you, because MBA is completely like a people's management, or I can say a kind of a role which requires presentation, communication, interacting with people, networking with multiple authorities. So this is the role. You are a good manager, of course. Like, you manage your events well in your college, you feel like those kind of roles will excite you. So if you are such a guy who is active always, then MBA will be a good choice for you. But don't pursue MBA in, again, like, local colleges. If you really want to pursue MBA, then attempt the CAT exam and pursue them in B schools. Of course, it would be costly, but the returns would be high. The salaries would be high after that. But don't pursue in local colleges and, I can say, waste your career. That will not help. If you pursue that in local colleges, you hardly get good salaries, and again, like, it's a waste of time again. And, like, you will not even get a good number of skills. So that is again a problem. And the other common option, yeah, the other common option is job. So that is something that most of us do right after graduation. So if you get it, that's fine. If you fail to get it, still, you don't need to take quick decisions. You can sit and analyze why you are not getting a job. If you get a job, like, there are many options to get a job. So the first thing, just entering into service based IT companies, that is quite simple. So everyone will be treated equally, and everyone will be paid almost equal salary. So in India, like, the range will be around 3.5 to 4. Like, this is the average that a service based company in India will pay you. But they will not expect more. But yeah, at least a basic understanding of your, I can say, programming, or some basic stuff about your academics, and a basic communication skill. This is what service based companies expect. If you fail to get it, so then ultimately, like, you need more time to decide. And the other way is product based company. If you're a skilled guy, you always love to learn new things, you always love to explore different things, you're a good programmer, or you're good at your core skill, then you can try for product based companies, because they pay you well. They pay you well for your skills, and this is the most common thing that many of us do. So product based companies are a good fit. Like, if you are a student, your main goal should be to crack product based companies, but not service based companies, because if you dream high, then ultimately you will get the bottom. So that is the mindset that you need to have. And Don't complain about not getting job. If you're skilled, you will ultimately get a job. That is something that you need to admit. So like if you haven't learned anything so far, at least start doing it from now, because hardly like getting a job in service based companies will not take you month or 2 months of preparation. But to crack the product based companies, you need at least like years of preparation. For that, you should be tailor made to crack those interviews, to crack those problems. So make sure what kind of company that you want. If you are looking for an excel boost for your career, then product based companies are the best. Or if you just want to get a job and later you need to you feel like I will decide later once I get a job, or I need time to settle, or I just want a job, like if your mindset is something like this, then go with service based companies. And these are the common options that one can get, especially related to job. So this is the one, like one of the major option. And the other option, other career that I can suggest is freelancing. Because of adoption of remote culture, especially people are habituated with working from home and all, freelancing is something which is gaining popularity, because you can work for multiple clients at the same time without committing to one single job. Again, this is not a ideal one for majority of the people. This is only applicable for people who are good at a specific skill, but they're very well good at it. Like I can say, if you're good at web development, you can design websites in hours, whatever it might be. Then you are a kind of guy who would, I can say, would have a good career in freelancing, because you can work with multiple clients at the time. Or let's suppose you are a video editor, you can edit videos, and that is something which is your passion. So you can work for multiple clients at a time. There are platforms, freelancing platforms like Fiverr and Upwork, or you can directly reach out to people whom you think needs your work. Then you can work for multiple clients, and there is no limit for you in earning money, because if you work for multiple clients, you will get, you can say, multiple sources. Again, you can increase your rate every quarter and so. And that is also a best way. But this is only ideal for people who mastered at least one skill, and not every skill is a freelancing made. Like there are a few things like content writing, graphic designing, video editing, web development, or I can say online teaching, I can say. So these are all some of the skills which are tailor made for freelancing. Not that like you just know programming language, no one will hire you for that. So freelancing is like, I need some work and I want you to do that if you're good at it, and I will pay you for that. So that's basically what the freelancing is. So if you're good at least one skill, then you can choose freelancing as a career. Yes, of course, freelancing is like, it's something which is a future. Even more millennials are picking freelancing as their career option other than job, because they feel like it has more flexibility. You can work from any time, anywhere, any place. There will be no restrictions for you, and you don't need to work for one client. If you don't like them, like you can leave them and work for other. So that is the flexibility that freelancing will give you. I have covered what are all the different career options available after graduation. Like you can